Dave and Tim at the Single Malt Review for December 5th, 2023. It's another mystery dram.
It
After
is.
yesterday, in which we were wrong in nearly every possible way.
Oh, that one hurt. That one, that one kind of smarted. And after a comparatively promising start, we are now find ourselves in the all too familiar doldrums of getting beaten up by these whiskies. But never mind, that's half the fun. Our pain is your pleasure. All right, what do we got? This is a very pale one.
We have a nice pale straw, sort of a bright, light body.
Dude, this is getting pretty close to the colour of honesty right here. Ooh, hang on.
I'm smelling
Just
some familiar
minute
spices
here.
already.
Oh, okay, no. I was going to say one thing based on the nose, and that all such notions have now evaporated. It is not what I was thinking. It is both way stronger and way stranger. That is, you'd have to say, very, very gentle on the nose, but that's got a kick to it on the tongue.
It is an unusual aroma. It's got a hint of, more than a hint, like some, feels like it's been steeped in spices and fruit.
It's very fruity, spicy, and there's a... There's an acetone. There's quite a solventy kick, kind of halfway through the palate, right at the back.
Up front, it's reminding me of that interesting Eastern European, I believe it was Czech, fruit-infused rye whiskey. We tried that one time.
There was weirdness going on, and that has cued my senses. I might have a bit of a... I need to give it more water than that, but that's that weirdness has made me think of something. Although just the notion is coloured by yet another notion, which is now shaking my confidence. So would you agree this tastes pretty strong?
Yeah, it's got a kick to it. It's either very young or very high ABV or both.
It isn't clouding one bit. Whoa, that does smell infused, doesn't it? That's got a slightly this ain't whiskey thing.
Could this be our first question mark wildcard?
It could be. My thought was Lindor's Abbey as the young, the new lowland, but that's because the only Lindor's Abbey we've tried, properly, was the weird Jägermeister style one.
The Aquavite, which is infused with herbs, but this is not that, certainly. The other Lindor's Abbey, which I have tried, is a more traditional, basically cask-matured whiskey.
Yeah. Okay, this is... And I might have a safety pick for this one. I'm with you in that this is, I think, our first skull card, our first Bowser space, if you will, because it does taste. It's got the Euro jank. It's got the Euro weirdness on it. It's got that. It's got that sort of Central European. We don't quite know what whiskey is, but we've made this thing to European tastes, and it's got kind of 1 foot in weird Jaeger vodka land. And I don't like it. I don't like this. This is odd in a bad way.
All right. Well, I think it's odd in a good way. I am beguiled and a bit bamboozled. And I'm going to assume this is a whiskey, not an infusion or whatever, or a liqueur or something.
That would be too mean. Yeah. That would be too mean.
So I'm going to think, my impression, my angle I'm going for, is this is from one of the unique Scandinavian craft distilleries who are sprung up and are doing very inventive, endlessly weird, wonderful and wild things. We've tried scarce few of them, sadly. We haven't given them the attention they deserve yet on the channel, but I think we're into that territory. I'm not sure which distillery, because it could be, I don't know, Tyrol or any of the others. There are so many.
I think Eurogram is probably as close as we can come.
I'm picking Scandinavia.
There's a tiny chance that this is the Loch Lomond blend, but I think it's so diminishingly small. I'll pick it just because I can't do any better than Eurodram, so I may as well just do I'll field on the outfield just in case it goes long, and it is a weirdo one from Loch Lomond.
When it comes to hedging one's bets, we have taken some liberties there. Okay, it's either
got a strategy
Loch Lomond blend or it is from somewhere in Scandinavia.
Yeah, Eurodram. All right. That's about as much as we can do for it. All to be revealed.
I'm looking forward to this, unless of course it's something painfully familiar, in which case there will be great shame.
This is painfully unfamiliar.
Yeah.
This is
That's right. It could be.
Oh, it's trying to give me two.
Oh, Oh, anyone at number
okay,
five.
number five.
There we go.
What's the damage? Thompson 5.
What?
Heavily charred American ex-bourbon barrel. Interesting.
Zealand.
It's New Zealand whiskey. It's Thompson whiskey, but not as we know it.
Yeah.
We were expecting Thompson to crop up through the Manuka smoke, and it may well. But this is local whiskey. How interesting. This is...
Does that mean this is our 5-year-old age statement whiskey
This
then?
could well be.
Ah.
This could well be. What a
Oh,
peculiar
God.
interpretation
I've tried
of whiskey.
to date most of a Thompson range, but not this one. I clearly have this big gap. This is, yeah. That explains the sort of uniqueness of it. Thompson's matured in Auckland, so it's a very consistently warm, tropical coastal environment. Whiskey matures fast.
I'm wondering what they've done to make such an oddball
Yeah.
whiskey.
Can I see that card?
Because they use... Like, Grant, there is a...
Yeah.
With water, there's a downright
Yeah.
menthol thing going
There's
on.
a heavily charred ex-bourbon, 46%, quite high for a old young whiskey. I can
Interesting.
see, yeah.
Bamboozled by our own whiskey, well, so to speak.
No, it's a good kind of bamboozle.
That-
I'm glad.
That was a good clue. That was a good mean clue because I see exactly what they've done. They've jangled the keys of one Thompson while coming around the back and getting
Yeah.
us with another Thompson.
Oh, we could still be two Thompsons. In
They've
here.
got us with the
Because-
double Thompson.
Yes.
That or they found another Manuka Smoke whiskey and we're doubly diddled, which, oh my goodness. it's
Entirely
gonna be-
possible.
this could be a rough one,
Yeah.
Dave. The Joker
this
is afoot. I
this is so
don't
unique.
like
Yeah.
this. This tastes... I don't like this in the same way I didn't like that weird Czech whiskey because it almost did taste like they've soaked something in it. It's got a weird stemmy green tannin to it.
I like that though. In fact, with just ex-bourbon barrels and the warm Auckland climate, they've emulated a whiskey which was
It's like-
made of rye and then had literal fruit soaked in it.
Is
It's
there
got
not-
those common characters. I like
Does it
how
not
the-
taste like there's a bit of toothpaste in here?
It's got kind of like the burning coolness of menthol. It's got that going for it, which I like too. Again, it's
got a flat
intense
out,
and
like,
it's unique and
Listerine quality to me.
no, I'm impressed and pleased and
Very
once again we're
peculiar.
wrong, but
Very
in a fun way.
Yeah, no, I find I'm a stickler for, or rather, deviousness recognises deviousness, and that was a devious set of clues there
Yeah.
that led us quite brutally astray.
So this has given me more an idea how to focus my preconceptions
Trust
for this calendar.
nothing.
That it's not
That's the
gonna be
ultimate clue.
Yeah, that it is the field is wide open, and anything we think could be possible, it could be something beyond that.
All right, we have to respond in kind. The arms race continues. We have to be extra suspicious, and we're going to be. All right, catch us for the next one.